Hello Sunshines, my name is Mariah Rosie and today I'm going to be making those polymer clay pins that everybody has been making or has made. I think I'm a little late to the party, but I saw a couple videos of some artists making these pins and I just got so excited about them. So what I decided to do was to pick up some cheap polymer clay, nothing too special, and pull out my old clay tools. So the first thing that I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to get all the supplies I need all laid out, and I also grabbed some lovely wax paper so I don't stain or get clay residue on the wood backing I have here or whatnot. It's important to lay that stuff down because the last thing you want to do is to have clay residue on things, because clay is not good for you to constantly touch and then like go and eat things with, so that's why I did that. Then I decided to go ahead and begin sculpting. So I unwrapped all of the clay, or just one of the clay packs, and I started sculpting. I decided to first though make sure it's soft because this was a little bit hard and stuff. This is what you need to do before you work with your clay, or it'll be basically impossible to shape anything. So that's what I did here really quick, and then I started shaping my first little thing. So as you can see here, I have a little cat outline. I decided I wanted to try and make a little leaf on its head because I thought that'd be really cute, but it ended up being kind of difficult and stuff. It just didn't look right, and I knew it wasn't going to stick if I did it. So I decided to just go with a cute kitty head. Alright, so the next one I decided to do was a little mushroom. So I thought this would be so adorable and whatnot. So I just roll out my clay like into a little ball and then like roll it out, and then I make my shape. And I kind of tried to perfect it a little bit with like this little needle tool thing. I don't even know what it is, but it didn't really work, and I just had to smooth things over and whatnot and call it good.
I hope that it will help you to do a better job.
The next one I decided to do was this very odd wing. I had an idea of doing like a severed wing and whatnot, but I don't know. It was kind of hard to do because I was having to cut like little slits out to make the feathers, and the feathers were too pointy and I couldn't like make them round or whatnot, and they were just really hard to smooth. So I just kind of left it like that, and later I tried painting it nice. I mean, I don't know. It's a little confusing on what to do with this one, but I thought it was okay. So this next one is a candle, and this one was my most difficult one to sculpt. I just didn't understand how to make the flame and how to make it correct because, you know, wicks are very small, and I didn't want the wick to be small because I knew it would fall off. So I just made this weird little flame at the top and thought I would figure it out later when I paint them. So it ended up being like this, which I guess it looks kind of cute and okay, but definitely the flame is very confusing. This last one I decided to do was a little skull, so I had a lot of fun with this one. It was really simple. All I had to do was make this little head shape and then take this little needle tool and make the teeth. So it was really fun and cute to do. So yeah, I decided to only do 5 different little clay pins. I know a lot of people have done like a ton of them, but I was like, you know, I really don't want to break out the second package of polymer clay and keep going. I thought that this was enough to see if I really liked them or not. baking time, and as you can see, I'm placing these things on tile. So it was recommended to me way long time ago in like a tutorial book to put your clay creations on tiles because they will bake and like the tile won't do anything. Instead of putting it on like a metal tray or whatever, it's better to do this and just have designated tiles for your clay stuff. So anyways, I'm gonna break out my toaster that is specifically for clay projects. As I said earlier, it's just not good to use clay in your cooking items, appliances, around food and stuff like that. It's just not the best thing to do. So I got a toaster oven a long time ago just for my clay stuff. So we're gonna go ahead and put it on the counter, put it in, and I have to look at my instructions here, and it says 275 for about, I think, 15 minutes or whatever for a 1/4 inch of clay. So I just decided to accidentally crank it up to 375 instead of 2 because I apparently can't read. So yeah, we'll discover what fun that ensues later. Wow. Okay, so I went back after about 5 to 10 minutes and smelled them kind of burning. They started to like bubble and stuff, and I noticed I put my temperature wrong, so I put it down to the correct temperature and cooked them correctly. So here they all are, really nice and baked. They have some bubbles on them, and I can't really do anything about them, but at least they didn't burn. That was the good thing. So now we're gonna go ahead and jump on to painting. So what I'm using here is just some acrylic paint and whatnot. It's not anything too special. I went and grabbed some new wax paper, as you can see, and whatnot. So yeah, on everything, all I'm doing is just laying down a base layer at this moment and stuff. Nothing too special and whatnot. So yeah, let's get to painting some more. Oh my goodness, this skull was so hard to paint. I decided to use this blue color that I didn't realize was going to cover like absolute shit. So yeah, that was fun trying to paint like 3 layers or 4 layers onto that stupid thing. So yeah, that was fun. And for some unknown reason, I decided to just pick really odd colors for everything today. Some of them were really weird, like the skull and like this wing, but I decided I wanted to experiment with colors just kind of for fun, I guess. Alright, so I did get the base layers done on these, and I did paint the backs of them, and I got some cookie dough in between. But yeah, I did paint the backs of them off camera because I thought it would just, I don't know, take too long. All I'm doing is doing a lot of different coats of the exact same thing, and eventually moving on to details. So the first thing I am starting to do is the cat with the details, so just adding very simple colors. And also I broke out my Posca pens and my Copic multi-liners so I can do some little details. And pretty much I got the cat done almost. I just need to detail the nose and stuff. And yeah, so it's just a lot of painting layers and going around and adding details and whatever else I need to. It's kind of crazy, it took a long time, but I think it was totally worth it. Alright, so still moving along with the details, nothing much to add to this. I finished the cat actually, and Again, I'm using my Posca pens because they're actually very helpful for details. And on the skull, I made the paint go into the palette so then I could match the same color for all the little details and whatnot, because Posca pens are just paint, which is really helpful. And I added some highlights to this, and pretty much I got it done. A lot of these are very simple. I did not want to do them extremely complicated. I was initially going to do them complicated. I was like, oh, I can make them like really, really detailed, but then I was like, no, like we're just gonna do them simple. They're gonna be really cute if they're simple. Maybe I can do more detailed ones in the future. I really don't know. We'll have to see, but yeah, a lot of this was very fun to do and to put in the little details even if they are really simple. Let me just preface this by saying this wing was absolute bullshit. Like, oh my god, like it was so stupid. I had no idea what I was doing, and then I just decided to lay down a bunch of colors and call it good. But in the meantime, while all that paint's drying, I am going to go ahead and do a thin layer of Mod Podge on all of the pins because I didn't want the acrylic paint to scratch, because that's what often happens with acrylic paint. It scratches really bad. So yeah, made sure to not do a thick layer, because if you do a thick layer, then it has the possibility of looking really weird and crappy with a lot of brush strokes. So that's what I did on these. Okay, so I decided to finish up the wing, which was really good, and now we're going to go ahead and attach these pin backings onto our little clay pins to actually make them pins. So I will be using super glue because it's the most strong glue that I have that aren't going to get pulled off when you take like the stoppers off or put them on things or whatever. So it's really important to also wear gloves while you're doing this. If you don't, you have the extreme risk of getting super glue on your fingers. And I don't know how many times I've done that, so I was not wanting to risk it. So yeah, all I'm going to do is I'm going to put super glue on the back, hold the pin backing to the actual clay for like probably a couple seconds and then move on. I put 2 pins on every single one. I just really didn't think that like 1 pin would be enough. 2 is enough. So anyways, guys, we got them done. Oh my goodness. These were so much fun to do. They were a little bit difficult and whatnot, but I definitely think it was worth it. Most of them look good. I'm very unsure about the wing, and the candle's a little bit off, but otherwise, I think these are perfect and beautiful and were just such a joy to do. So just to let you all know that these pins will be up in my Etsy shop, so you can go and pick them up. Ooh, fancy. So yeah, I don't know if I'll make more of these or not, but my goodness, I'm very excited to get back into clay, if anything, which was so much fun. If you have any suggestions for more clay projects, please leave it in a comment down below. I'd love to make some more clay stuff because I got me another pack of clay to do something with. Exciting. And I also have so many pin backings, it's not funny, so I don't know what to do with those. Any suggestions would be greatly appreciated. If you want to go and buy any of these on my Etsy shop, make sure to click the link down below for that, and also the links to my other shops and social media. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any other cool art videos. Thanks so much for watching again. I'll be seeing you in the next video. Bye-bye.